We're live.
What's up, guys? John here with Big Dru, Titan Lifestyle Fridays.
What's up, guys and girls? Yes, again, it's Friday, Titan Lifestyle. We have some great topics. We have a good event this weekend.
Absolutely.
Hopefully it's not too cold.
Absolutely.
Let's get to it.
That's all right.
And we're going to be revealing the winner
Back,
today, too.
man, back.
Also, we have the winner who won the hoodie.
Yeah.
I had a little contest going on, the best topics that I could choose out of all the people that have been sending me the DMs.
Yep.
So we're going to reveal the winner on the hoodie, too, as well today.
Awesome. We're going to give a shout out to everybody that's out there. Mitra, Luger's Ball Top, everybody that's on Dru's live right now.
Meech is on mine, too. Shout out to her. We got to get a workout in soon.
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. So if you guys see the badge down there, hook us up. If you guys can do anything for us, I appreciate it. If not, no problems, guys. We love you guys. I appreciate you guys just being on. All right, so we've got some great topics for you guys today. And obviously, we always start out Titan Lifestyle with Big Dru as far as what we got for the therapy of the week. So this week, it is AOD 9604, Advanced Obesity Drug 9604. This is a peptide. It's a fragment of HGH, so it's basically the sequence of HGH that will help with weight loss, fat burning, and all the good stuff without any of the negative side effects that growth hormone can do to you. This has got GRAS status, which is generally regarded as safe. That's what GRAS means by the FDA. So it's a good one out there, guys. And it's great for weight loss, whether you're 300 pounds and really obese or you're 250 pounds and you're shredded like Dru. Actually, he's 285, but I don't want to say that. He'll get a thing. So.
Yeah, I go straight to eating.
So, I mean, either way, no matter where you're at.
A long time.
No, not 250. Yeah. So, what's going on? So, Jordan, Christian, Duquois, what's going on? Did you say GHRP 6? No, we talked about AOD 9604, advanced obesity drugs. So, GHRP 2 and 6, those are kinds of things of the past, guys. Those are growth hormone releasing peptides or hormone peptides. At that point, they're good for helping, hit the pulse, like, constantly hitting the pituitary to produce more growth hormone. Yeah. Those are kinds of things of the past.
If you guys are, sorry to cut you off, but if you guys are looking for an alternative to GHRP6, I know a few years back that was the big thing. A lot of guys I know, bodybuilders, were taking it to increase their appetite.
Yep.
It made you eat off the chain. MK677 will actually increase your appetite even more
for sure
than a GHRP6. So if you guys are looking for something similar to that, like the next step up, I would go with the MK677.
Absolutely.
It does similar things, and again, it increases your appetite, so you'll be able to eat more, get more calories in, train better, put on some more weight. And it's lean weight, too. If you eat clean, you can gain lean weight up MK677.
Agreed.
A lot of times people think, I don't want to take it because I'm going to get bloated. Keep the diet clean, throw on some cardio, up your water, you'll be fine. You'll just gain lean tissue.
Yep. Yeah. And if you guys don't want the hunger effect, right, but you still want the pulse effect to hit the pituitary, that's where imperialin comes into play, and that's CJC 1295 with imperialin. So you're getting two peptides that work synergistically together to hopefully help boost those growth hormone levels that you want and naturally do it without overdoing it and overstimulating the pituitary. So it's really, really good. What up, Rotten Rob, Unicorn Queens? What's going on out there? Abdul, what's going on? Remed, said Jordan, I like MK677. It's it's definitely a great compound for sure. It's utilized by a lot of different people out here. But AOD 9604, let's go back to that because that's the therapy of the week. So with that, guys, we've had patients use this. It's got great results for patients across the country. As far as exactly to a definition, to a T, it was developed as an anti-obesity drug. It will help stimulate the pituitary to a certain extent, not like growth hormone, but the effort to speed up the metabolism, increase weight loss results. It stimulates stimulating lipolysis, inhibiting lipogenesis. So what does that mean? So basically it destroys fat and it helps get the storage of fat out of the body, right? It helps boost the metabolism. So this is going to be key for you guys out there that supposedly might have insulin resistance or have had a tough time with your diet or
even have a really slow metabolism.
This is true.
You guys hear the term fast metabolism. Women or men, they can eat whatever they want. They don't gain weight. Those are the people with the fast metabolisms that sometimes we envy. They can eat whatever they want. So this is something that's going to speed it up. And again, you guys could take this with the ECA Plus. This is non-stim, so you could take it with ECA Plus.
Absolutely.
And you could also get it in oral form too.
Absolutely.
I would advise to go the injection route. It's always the best way to do it.
Yes.
But if for some reason you can't, or you just have the crazy phobia needles, which we can change.
Yeah.
You can get it in oral form too. Throw in the Aries on top of that, and it's like game over. It's game over.
That's going to be our therapy of the week for next
Yeah.
week, and I'm really excited about that one because we've had a lot of patients already on their Aries therapy, and it was the oral version, some on the injectable, and man, the injectable's coming out next week. And it's game changer time. It really is game changer time for that. So I'm really excited about that. But you pair AOD with that, or pair AOD with like ECAs or whatever it is, you're going to get a faster, expedited result 100% of the time. But if you don't need the stims, like you have high blood pressure, cardiovascular issues, whatever it may be, you just don't like stimulants, that's where AOD 9604 and maybe the Aries or some of these other compounds that we have together, we can personalize that regimen for you, so you'll get the best effects without having to compromise anything you don't feel like you can do, or maybe medically you can't do.
And a lot of times, especially from a fitness or bodybuilding or even hardcore gym people, they automatically assume that they have some type of anabolics to get shredded. You don't need the anabolics to get shredded. You need a good fat burner like AOD. And some Aries and a good diet, throw in the ECA. And again, if you guys are if you have sensitive to stims, we could take the caffeine out of the ECA. So it's just basically EA plus, which is going to ephedra, aspirin, chromium, and B12. So
absolutely.
It's going to be a great look for you guys, whether you can do stims or not.
Yeah, Tim Tam had a good question. Is this different than Frag 176 191? So it's not any different. It's 176 amino acid sequence, where growth hormone's 191 amino acid sequence. So it's a fragment of that. So like I said, it's 176 amino acid sequence. So it's just like that. People do call it Frag 176, or they'll use AOD 9604 as the term. And that's really what it is. So it's really, really good. Rob said, Aries, AOD, ECA make me feel like fat melts like butter even if you mess up your diet. And it's true. It really is true. I hate to say that because I don't want to put crutches out there for people or them to think, well, if I take this, I don't have to, exercise, or I don't have to eat good.
Just think how much better you look, though, if you throw that in there.
That's really what it is, man. I mean, these things are tools to help you guys and expedite the results. You got to work with the tools. It's kind of like, if you're not a carpenter and you go pick up carpentry tools, you're like, oh, I'm going to build a house. No. Are you going to do this? It's not going to work. You got to learn how to use the tools. So, at that point, learning how to use the tools is very simple and easy. It's something you can control. This is your diet, or your nutrition plan. I didn't even say diet because people get all scared about diet. It's your nutrition plan. It's what you're going to put in your body to fuel your body.
Yeah, that word is like, people, I hear that word diet, they're like, man, if you take out the T, I'll die. It's like,
diets don't work.
Yeah, meal plans, scheduled meal, eat clean, whatever.
Big Irishman in the house. Thank you for supporting. Badges up. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
Irishman transplantation's coming along good, too.
Yeah.
I've seen the pictures coming along good.
Been watching you guys, even Rotten Rob, all these guys out here. I appreciate all you guys, putting the effort forth for yourself, and showing out, man, because you guys are motivating people out there. You guys are motivation for everybody out there that thinks that they can't do it, they don't want to do it, or maybe they didn't even think about it until they've seen everything that you're doing. Like, you guys are the motivation. That makes me proud all the way around.
Yeah, also I want to give a shout out to Jessica. She's on Team Titan. Jessica, if you guys know her as Addict Queen, she has been killing the videos, and she's also been doing great transformation as well. So I want to give her a shout out. She's been doing great on the posts, great on the videos. She's like the MVP right now in terms of me, in terms of who's posting and doing what they're supposed to be doing.
She's doing
a great job.
I talked about her on Titan Talk Tuesday when she came on. It's crazy because when Jessica first came to us, we didn't accept her 3 times as a Titanette. And she was a lot unhealthier looking before when she first came. And obviously with her transformation, everything she does, this is where hard work beats out talent if talent don't work. Yeah, it really is, because she's put in the effort. She's put a strong game on, and she's done it for herself, which I'm very proud with her. Whether it's her physical health too, as well as her financial health. She's done very well for herself. She's turned things around, so that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Total life transformation, not just a body transplant, total life transformation.
And that's kind of what it is, man. It's a lifestyle change all the way around, and progressing and bettering yourself, and that's really what it's about. But your core is you feeling good every day, right? Because that's going to give you the effort or the motivation to be able to get out there and be able to do it. Without your health, you have nothing. You can't do shit. Excuse my language. You'll be in bed, sick, not feeling good, not feeling motivated, and not feeling yourself. So that's really where it starts. If you can get that set and straight, you'll be golden. At that point, you got to just put in the effort afterwards.
Yeah,
it really
definitely.
is.
Yeah. Stay consistent with it too.
It is.
A lot of times people lose all the weight. They're like, yeah, I got to my goal, and they go back to eating what they normally would eat. And then they go right back.
Yeah.
If you know how you got there, stay there. Just stay right there. Strength Addicts had a question. I had something on my story the other day. I was mentioning how I got a great night's sleep and I felt so good. Yeah. He's asking if we can do anything here at Titan for sleep. We can definitely get you some good sleep. We have Serenity. Yep. We have certain, Serenity's injectable therapy, has GABA, you know, all the typical tryptophan, stuff to help you sleep, but it's injectable. Take that before you go to bed, you'll get a good night's rest. And also other stuff we have too. Yeah. You know, we have a lot of good stuff there.
So we've got some definitely things that hopefully help you guys get to sleep, get a good night's sleep and that REM sleep, that recovery sleep that you guys need. You know, they say you only need about 5 or 6 hours of that deep sleep. I would recommend trying to do 8 hours to 9 hours a day if you possibly can. You know,
it's hard.
It's hard,
it's
man.
Hard to,
Listen, I'm not perfect either. You know, I'll get 5 or 6 hours in every night. You know, because I'm waking up 6 in the morning, Peter getting his ass ready for school, cooking him breakfast and taking him to school. So, you know, my days start early and they end late. It is what it is, you know. Yeah,
and the phone's the killer, guys. If you can find a way to not look at your phone till the morning, wake up. People don't even have clocks. Like, you know, they used to have a clock next to your bed in the nightstand. Now it's just the phone. So people wake up, you know, in the middle of the night. They don't know what time it is. They grab their phone just to look at the time. Next thing you know, they're on there for 30 minutes to an hour just looking at random stuff.
It's so true.
And then it takes 30 minutes to an hour to get back to sleep, so they're just ruining everything. So try to keep away from that phone, too.
So big shout out to everybody that's joining us in on Titan Lifestyle with Big Dru every Friday, 2 p.m. and me co-hosting, helping him out here a little bit. Usually I'll be in here with him, but you know what? He's handled things all by himself too, like a G. So I got to give a shout out to Big Dru for that, for sure.
I'm glad he got out for a little bit. This guy works his ass off. He's the owner of the company. He works harder than almost anybody. Him and Sharice put it down. So it was good to actually have him get away. Like, get out of here. Definitely chill for a little bit.
You know, it was good. It was good getting away for a little bit. I always said I was recovering from coronavirus still. It's just been a hell of a thing, man. You know, thank God I got my health back. Worried about my dad though. He's been out 15 days, man, and still I don't know, in sight. He doesn't look good. So hopefully prayers up to him.
Prayers up to Peter though.
Yeah, for sure.
Peter.
All right, big shout out to everybody that's coming in. If you guys don't know what we do everything from hormone replacement therapy, medical weight loss, vitamin amino acid injectable therapies, rejuvenation detox, libido enhancers for both males and females. We do peptides, like we were talking about, weight loss peptides like AOD. We also do sexual peptides and healing peptides. Those have been big ones too out there. Blood work nationwide, everything from your normal hormone panels to your vital organs, food sensitivity panels, also STD through blood testing too as well. Plus we can do COVID antibody testing through there. And if you guys are in the area, we can do COVID swabs too as well. So anything that you guys can think to look better, feel better, and perform better, Titan Medical Center does. And we've got more therapies coming to you guys from skincare line and all different types of things that are only prescribed to you guys. So anywhere you guys are at in the country, and Ohio is coming back.
Nice.
I got the license.
All my Buckeyes, start calling 727-389-3220. That's good.
It's good. It's going to be good. We always get it all the time, so that's going to be a big one. So only Idaho would be the only one out, and everything will be opened up after that. So God bless to you guys.
That's good. Good news.
All right. So Titan Therapy, the woman can benefit from.
Yes. I'm going to reveal who won the hoodie. Lisa. Fitness Realtors.
Yeah.
I know I think she's a spin or cycle class instructor. She had a great topic. I always have women asking me, I want to take something, but I don't want to get as big as you. You know, they don't want to look like a man, so to speak. Yeah. So she had a great topic. We have a lot of stuff that will benefit women here at Titan. ECA women can take, AOD women can take, Aries women can take.
Yeah.
Pretty much any of the stuff women can take. And actually some women are prescribed testosterone. If you're deficient in testosterone, believe it or not, some women need testosterone. So we can prescribe that too. Right. But pretty much everything down the line that we have here, women can take.
Yeah.
I mean, there aren't anything specifically only for males, unless it's in an ED, something for erectile dysfunction, which obviously a woman's not going to take because they don't get erections. So.
Yeah, but you know what, Viagra, so we were talking about this the other day where Viagra was actually getting, they were using it in some studies for treatment for COVID because it opens up capillaries, right? So what it does is a vasodilator. That's kind of what it does. And originally Viagra wasn't made, or sildenafil, the main chemical, and it wasn't made for erectile dysfunction. All right, it was made for blood pressure. It was vasodilation. Now, what the side effect was the erections in males. And they seen this, they're like, oh man, like this is where it's at. So that's where they went to the FDA approval for that. Now, Viagra is obviously good for a lot of different things, but it works the exact same way in males and females. So they're not going to get an erection per se, but they will have more blood that stimulates down to the extremities in those areas and will actually make it more sensitive.
And if your vessels are open too, if everything's open, it'll release blood, we'll have less blood pressure.
Yeah.
So I mean, you lower your blood pressure, increase your libido, increase the sensitivity in the clitoris for women because it's pushing blood down to that area. So
it really is cool.
Yeah, you know, I mean, a lot of women, they automatically think that they can't take certain things, but guys, I mean, women can take pretty much everything we have.
Absolutely.
But when you call the office, when you call the number, just basically just let them know.
Yeah.
We have a lot of products, a lot of therapies that people don't know about.
That's true.
That the medical provider may not tell you about because it's not something you're deficit in on your blood work.
Right.
But you know, inquire, ask questions. Do you guys have something for fat? Do you have something for headaches? Do you have something for fat loss? For something for sleep? Inquire when you call. When you call the number, don't just say, "Hey, I want therapies," and then, you know, tell us what you want, and chances are we have it. We can get it to you, have you feel better.
Absolutely. So big shout out to Trini Queen, and everybody else that's just joined us in. I appreciate all you guys. So, you know, talking about the therapies, women and males and females can use all these different therapies we have, right? And the only therapies that have hormones are obviously the hormone replacement therapy ones, like, you know, testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, IGF-1. These things are going to need a blood test. Everything else you can get by just filling out the new patient paperwork and doing your medical consult. And if you're not in the area, you can do it via FaceTime or Skype. It's really simple, very easy. Anywhere in the country, you can do it from your house, from your car, from your work, wherever you're at, right? Yeah. You know, the big thing out there, and females, a lot of females, don't want to look like a man per se, like Drew said, right? And it was funny because whenever I go on a trip, wherever it's at, this is totally 100% true, I always meet somebody and they always know who I am. It's nuts. Or they recognize Titan. Yeah. Because I always wear the shorts and I've got, you know, I'm always representing. So they're like, hey, I've heard of Titan Medical Center. So I had this couple come up to us. It's really crazy because they signed up as patients. And, you know, they started talking to us about what we do and everything like that. And they're a little bit older, like in their 50s, right? I'm in my 40s. She's 35. So at that point, they're like, oh, well, you know, the one guy's telling me I'm on pellets. And, you know, I felt good for the first couple months, but I don't feel good anymore. And he's got a stomach out to here. He's like, I exercise every day. I eat properly. And I just don't know why I have this stomach. Like, I shouldn't have this stomach, right? So we started talking about it. He forwarded his blood results on. We started looking at it and stuff like that. And there was definitely some issues going on. But then we talked to his wife. His wife said, you know what, I got the pellets. You know, the first couple months, it was awesome. Sex drive came back. Energy came back. And then the second go around, I started noticing I'm getting more facial hair. And then my voice started to deepen dramatically. And then I started getting some growth in the clitoris. And then we started saying, hey, listen, well, where were your levels at? And she had all these blood tests, which I always recommend everybody keeping your blood tests and having a file so you can look back on. But she said they were just way too high. So she hadn't been doing it for like the last 6 months. But she wants to do them. Like, she's like, all my energy's gone, my sex drive, you know, it kind of sucks. And we talked to her about it. Listen, there's other ways of transportation of doing testosterone. And the whole point for females and males is it's different volumes of these hormones that we need. Testosterone, yes, is a masculine hormone. So yes, men need it a little bit more than females do. But we all have these hormones in our body. And it's essential that we have these things at optimal levels. And optimal levels don't mean doubling or tripling what the reference range is. And that's the big thing with pellets. And that's why we don't do pellets.
I'm not a fan of pellets because, first of all, they hurt. Yeah. Everybody I know has gotten pellets. And if you guys don't know what they mean by pellets, they basically implant a pellet into your glute, into your glute muscle. They put it in there deep, and it's supposed to, you know, release. But that's the thing. Everybody's release times differently. So your blood levels are going to be spiking. When your blood levels aren't stable, that's when you start getting these side effects. You always want to keep your blood levels stable. That's why a lot of times people have adverse side effects when they stop something cold turkey, or when they first start it and take too much and don't take it as it's provided. If your medical provider tells you, or your prescription tells you every other day or every day, take it that way so your blood levels are stable, whether it's testosterone, you know, anything that's hormone related. You want to keep everything stable, stable.
And that's the big thing. Like, these people, a lot of people out there, and it's not a problem. It's not your fault. But the issue is that you have blind faith in the providers. So you go to a medical provider and you say, hey, listen, I know some people have got some good results, you know, I'm following whatever you say. And then they say, well, these pellets are the best thing since sliced bread. We're just going to insert them with you. You don't have to worry about anything. Just come back in 3 months. We're going to reinsert these pellets in you, and you're going to be good to go.
That's what they do with cattle. I don't believe
it's true.
I mean,
it's true.
There's certain things that they'll inject into cattle to give it more lean tissue, but they don't care if the cattle has unstable blood levels. They don't care if the cattle is you know, off or, you know, has skin issues. So it's just, And then they figured, okay, we could do it in humans too. It doesn't work that way. Like we have to function, we have to talk, we have to deal with people.
So when we talk about people out there, everybody's different, right? And for the masses, some things can work for the masses, but everybody's different. The way that their body metabolizes things and the way things are going to release in their body. So here's the big problem with hormones as far as pellets go. When you talk about this, everybody gets inserted the amount of dosage or whatever the provider thinks it's going to be. Then it starts releasing. All right, now you're on that ride. No matter what, those things are absorbing your body. Your body's going to have to go through the fluctuations, whatever it is. If it's too high or too low or whatever it may be, if it's too low, they probably insert some more pellets in you. But that's really not the answer. If it's too high, there's nothing you can do.
Not only that, if that pellet gets lodged into some type of fatty tissue, that fat is going to slow down the absorption, and you're not going to really even get the full amount of milligrams that you need. So I mean, that's a whole nother, and it's like what he said, that's when they're gonna have to put something else in there.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, it's just causing way
crazy.
too much problems.
So when you're doing other transportation methods, whether it's creams, sublingual troches, you're doing an injection maybe or whatever it may be, you can control these things, you can dose back, you can go forth with a higher dose, whatever it is, you can dial things in. And once you dial things in, if you're consistent with your regimen, you're gonna have consistent results across the board. It's not gonna change, okay? And that's the different thing with pellets. And that's why we don't do pellets, straight up. Everybody says it because, you know what, doctors get into it, I'll be honest with you, because it's a money maker. They don't have to deal with the patients, but every 3 months, and it's just not the way to do it. You're just a number at that point, and we don't believe in that here at Titan Medical Center, so it is what it is. Appreciate Trinity Queen getting another badge. Thank you so much. I appreciate all you guys. JV Castro, what's going on from Russia with Scotch? How you doing? Thank you guys all join us for Tight Lifestyle with Big Dru every Friday at 2 p.m.
Yes.
So we talked about AOD 9604, the weight loss peptides worked wonders. We announced the women's winner, Lisa, at fitness.realtors. She won the hoodie this week. Yep. And we'll be giving away a hoodie every week to you guys. So at that point, for the next couple weeks, we're going to give away a hoodie. And I'll let Dru decide how he wants to give it away because it's his show.
Nice.
Good
stuff.
Point. So keep it locked, all right? So let's get into the topics of this week. Man submitted fake COVID tests for months to collect workers' comp in New York, officials say.
Wow. These fake COVID, not fake COVID tests, but even the vaccines are going around everywhere.
Yes.
And the vaccine, it's just like a card. Like there's these fake vaccine cards going out and people just pen in their info.
Yeah.
But the people are getting screwed for those too.
It's
only a matter of time before you get in trouble. Is it really worth it? I mean, I don't know.
Just so you guys know out there, I'll give you guys the peek behind the door, right? What's going on is every vaccine that gets pushed out, okay? It gets pushed out to a provider, pushed out to a pharmacy, whatever it is. And I'm giving you guys the insight as a medical clinic. So when those things get pushed out, after that, when they get pushed to your location, now every day you have to tell them, you have to report to the government how many vaccines were given, how many vaccines were disregarded, possibly because they got dropped or whatever it was, who got those vaccinations. So now you're on record, the lot number, so they can look to a person and say, listen, you got lot number this at this time, this date at this clinic or pharmacy, wherever it is. It's full trackability on you guys.
The full inventory on it.
So when you guys go, let's say you guys go to Hawaii, which they want vaccinated people only to go to Hawaii, right? When you go there, at that point, before you get on your plane, you have to show them or even upload the copy, whether it's your QR code or it's the exact card or whatever it may be. They'll look at that stuff. And there's people that have been arrested and got federally charged for this. But this guy in Staten Island, I mean, this guy was just working the system. He's a 23-year-old guy, right? He was working at a nursing home facility, and he originally did catch COVID, right? He caught COVID, and he had these, tests from the positives. And what he kept doing, he kept milking the system, and he didn't milk it that much. So he got $1,700. He got $150 a week workers' compensation. And with this, he turned in another 2 tests, which were false. He also had doctor's letters with this, right? And some of the doctor's letters were legit, and the other ones were falsified. Now this guy's getting hit with like grand larceny, falsification of records, insurance fraud.
A lot more than $1,700.
Dude, like you're gonna have to pay for a lawyer. It's gonna at least be $10,000 retainer on this, okay, for these charges. Maybe some will take 5, I don't know. But at that point, the lawyers I know, they're gonna want 10 grand right up front for a felony. And you know, when you're dealing with something like this, was it really worth the $1,700? And you have to go to work for a couple weeks or whatever. I mean, it's not good, guys.
Probably a lot of people think they can get away with this stuff when even like with the whole, benefits and stuff like that. People doing fraud stuff to collect stuff from the state and fake EBT and fake this and fake that. It's just, I mean, it's only a matter of time. Just like John said, it's like a national database.
Yeah.
Everything is being tracked. Everything is being listened to. Everything is being watched nowadays.
Yes.
So,
especially with the vaccines, guys. So if you guys are thinking about getting a fake vaccine card that you buy from the internet or from somebody down the street, it better have a real lot number. And that person or provider better be able to say, like, this person got that vaccine, or I'm telling you, they're going to come down on your ass. As soon as they punch it in, they're going to be like, whoop. They're going to come down on your ass. And they're coming down on doctors, too, that were just writing these cards out for people, because some doctors don't believe in the vaccinations. And that's their opinion as a medical provider, too, as well. So, and they were writing out cards and not even giving the shot. So at that point, those people are going to get in trouble, too. I mean, they're on this, guys. It's horrible the way the overreach of the government's been, but it is what it is, and we have to live through these times.
I wonder how it would be like before, technology and cell phones. Just think if this COVID thing happened in, 1990 or 1995, where we don't have the news to be able to look at our phones all day and see how many cases and see the spreading, and you need to be vaccinated, you need to be, all boosters, all this stuff. I just think if it happened back then, how would we be handling it?
I don't know. It'd been creepy. Big shout to Attic Queen. We were just talking about you a little bit earlier. But yeah, I mean, if we were doing this in times before cell phones and social media and all this, I don't know, man.
I don't even think it would be as big of an issue as it is now.
I mean, I don't think it would spread as fast, like, and all the disinformation one way or the other, right?
All the paranoid.
Paranoid. People just freaking out about it. I mean, they've made it a scare state. We live in a scared world right now. Yeah. Everybody, I don't care who you are, you're scared of the person next to you because you don't know if they got COVID or not. And
it's
are you
like,
gonna get sick?
Now they're like, I mean, we're going to get to the point where we're taking away the handshake. I mean, the handshake was like,
that's bond.
That's like the greeting of all time, strong, like a good handshake, or, take that away, take the hugs away. It's going to be, I pound people a lot.
I know.
So now it's like people pound, but even that, it's like kind of like, next thing you know, we're going to be like, like, if you're in a men's bathroom, you got to hit with the elbow.
I don't know if I want to get that close.
Yeah.
I do a little foot.
Yeah. Or just do a head nod.
Can play it, man.
It's going to be like a head nod.
I mean, it's got to that point, man. It's scary that we've got to this point now. To bring up this, I just looked at England. And England usually has higher positivity rates than us, and they are a lot more conservative on protocols as far as for COVID. That means they're on it, right?
Yeah,
they just took away all the restrictions.
Yep,
no masks, no nothing. They're just going to let it ride.
You get sick, they just say stay in the house like you normally would.
At this point, they're basically saying, and a lot of these countries are coming to the terms, because Biden last year was like, I'm going to get rid of COVID-19. Yeah, dude, nobody's getting rid of COVID-19. It's going to be around forever now at this point. We need to find out where it came from exactly to a T, I think, as us as a country, and come together and behind that and see what we can do to go forth and better ourselves. And because if we're going to have to deal with COVID every year, whether it's just like the flu or whatever, and flu's going right with COVID, they're calling it flu-rona. That's what the medical providers are doing. They're calling it flu-rona because people are catching the flu and COVID-19, which is, it's not good, guys. That's a recipe for disaster out there. So it really, really sucks, man, what we have to deal with. But we have to deal with this going forth, man.
To take something good from it, because I always like to take something good from it. At least people are more aware now of germs.
Yeah.
Because when I was a kid, it was, 15 kids standing around a bucket bobbing for apples, just their whole face, just and then their nose and out their water, just bobbing for apples and crazy stuff. Just all this stuff. Like, look, now that it's kind of like this whole COVID thing let us know, like, to wash our hands, to not cough, to cover our faces. Because before this happened, people would be right in front of you and just be blowing their nose and coughing and then shaking your hand.
You wouldn't blink an eye.
Yeah, because you wouldn't.
He's got a cold.
Yeah, you wouldn't even really think about it. Yeah, like, oh man. Or if someone was coughing, like the quote unquote coughing up a lung, you hear some coughing lung, like, damn man, you're all messed up. And then you sit right in the car, right next to them, fine, with the windows up, and you're not even thinking about germs.
Yeah, man, you're all right.
You good? You're all right, I'm fine. Now it's like, as soon as you hear that, you're like, ugh, and you start walking away.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Then you call, you all right? Did you take the test?
It's nuts.
Were you positive or negative?
For real. We were joking about the other day. We're like, oh, now it's, did you take the test? Did you get tested? And usually before, if you said to somebody, it's like STDs. Like, did you get tested? HIV or whatever. Yeah, I got tested. I'm clean, bro. Now it's, you positive or not? Like, oh shit.
Yeah, you could be negative and have a million STDs. Like, what the hell? You need to get tested for everything. Like,
what up, Hog Squad? Big Hog Squad in the house. I appreciate all you guys joining in. Ella Diaz, Hulk Squad, South Florida. Dogs Diamonds, Kyle. What's going on? Laura Moroza, Tampa Realty. What's going on? Big shout out to all you guys.
Got a lot of realtors. Tampa's booming right now.
Tampa's
These realtors
booming,
are
man.
killing
Tampa's
it.
booming.
Yeah.
Keep it booming, guys. Keep it booming for sure. I was looking at that, and Zillow said that the Tampa Bay area has got the least amount of houses for sale from anywhere in the country because everybody's
47% or so. Yeah,
47% down from last year. So it's.
I love it. I want everybody down there.
Come on down, you know. But please.
It sucks the cost of living, though.
Yeah, don't bring your political views here, right? We're a free and open state, and we want to keep it that way. So it is what it is. All right, so the man with the COVID test, this guy's going to get in a lot of trouble, right? He probably might even see jail time with this, depending on if he gets a good lawyer or not. It wasn't worth getting the months of $150 for $1,700 to go to jail.
The fake COVIDs, the fake vaccines, the fake boosters.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
It's all garbage,
it's not
guys.
Worth it.
All right, so
especially $150 a week, and now you're screwed. Like, no, that's not worth it.
Man. All right, so in medical first, kidneys from gene-edited pig implanted into a brain-dead patient. All right, so this is a game changer, guys. I know it doesn't sound like it, but it really, really is. And let me tell you about it. So they've been doing this a lot lately, and if you haven't heard of it, I've talked about it on Titan Talk Tuesdays. About the heart transplant just happened. So they did the exact same thing with a pig with gene edited, and basically gave this guy a brand new heart, and he's living today, right? They were doing this stuff in India like maybe about 6 to 9 months previous. And the only reason I knew about it was because I know this guy from India that lives over here, multi-millionaire, and at that point he was telling me about it because I was asking him, and he's a pharmacist by trade. And I'm like, listen, my dad's got stage 4 kidney disease. Like, have you heard anything about this? Because other countries are more free to practice in some of these different things or use these other medications or these other procedures than we are in the United States. It's more restricted here. So at that point, he was telling me about it. He was like, yeah, like they were doing this and they were they did it originally and they were putting it in the people. And then over there, the first one they did, they put the kidney outside the leg and connected to the blood vessels in the leg, to give it life. Yeah, and it worked. It worked. Yeah. So they were basically, at that point, your kidneys and liver can rejuvenate themselves, but they need to get the stress off themselves long enough to do so. Kidneys is a lot harder. Liver, I can tell you a number of different things, glutathione, NAC, high dosages. Triimmune. These things are going to get rid of, the high ALT, AST, the liver enzymes, and bring them down. Kidneys are a lot harder to do, right? Because there's so much they're doing every day, and you have to have such a good balance of hydration, but not too much hydration, protein, but not too much protein. I mean, it's a lot of different things. It's a lot of moving pieces. So with this, to be able to do that, it's going to save so many people's lives, man. Like, we don't understand, like, how many people out there are dealing with kidney disease, and I'm not.
Dehydration of the kidneys is one of the main things. Like, I mean, people have kidney problems and aren't drinking enough water. So, I mean, I don't drink enough water. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say
you drink too much.
Or you saturate yourself with too much water.
You can't. If you have kidney problems and stuff like that, it's crazy.
13 pounds down.
B-Moozins in the house. Team Titan in the house. What's going on? So we're thinking about Arnold Classic, but we don't like to go. I'm just being honest with you guys. Hawk Squad, we love you guys, man, and we love Ohio.
He said, wink, wink.
I don't know about that cold weather, man.
They should bring that to either Orlando or Tampa. Yeah. Orlando's set up perfect for it. The only thing that they have in Ohio at the Arnold Classic is the statue.
Yeah, the statue.
Take that statue and put it in somewhere warm weather. Normally I would say California or Florida, but now California is a mess.
California's out.
So I mean, and Texas doesn't really have the.
They don't have
tourism type. I don't know. The whole palm trees and the whole beaches, and I don't know. It just doesn't. Bring it to Orlando. Bring it to Tampa or even Miami.
Yeah, bring it there to Florida. We'll go for sure. But it is what it is. So Big B-Moozin out there lost 13 pounds. Down 13 pounds. And I think she was on the Aries therapy. She was on the oral therapy. So when she gets on the injectable, it's going to be another big game changer. It is what it is. I mean, 13 pounds down. I mean, I think it's been a month and a half or something like that. Just correct me if I'm wrong. B-Moozin, tell me exactly how many days you've been on it. But I think it's been 1 month. I mean, we haven't had that therapy out long, so.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen her pictures on some of her pages.
Game
Her
changer,
waist
guys.
is getting real small. Yeah,
Game
real
changer.
small.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So many people in the fitness industry overlook renal health, and it's too late. Yeah, so.
Shout out to Rob.
It's the big thing, guys. Renal failure, but kidney disease. So there's 5 stages of kidney disease, and a lot of people are in stage 1 and stage 2 right now. They don't even know it. They have no idea, and they're like, "Oh, I'm fine. You know, everything's fine. Doctor said I'm all right." But I'm telling you, you're getting to those stages. If your EGFR is not over 100, then you are in stage 1 kidney disease. And that's basically pretty much everybody I see out there, right? And this is a crazy fact too about kidney disease. When you look at blood tests, EGFR, right? We look at 2 different types of categories for EGFR. One, non-African American, and 1 African American.
Yeah, that's true, guys. When you guys get your blood work done, if you're black, like when I get my test done, my test is going to show different than John's.
Yep.
Just genetically, that's just how it is. You know?
Yeah.
So if you guys are like, if you guys are friends, if you're white, your friend's black, vice versa, you guys are going over your blood work, because sometimes guys do that. They'll be like, "Oh, what'd yours say? What's it?" If you're confidential, but if you're cool with it, don't just randomly ask people for their blood work.
Yeah, right.
But some guys, you know, especially in the bodybuilding world, we're like, "What does this mean? What does this mean?"
Yeah.
So if you're black and you're asking a guy that's white or vice versa, like make sure you know that, because that will throw you all off.
And
like,
you're like, because everything else is the exact same. Guys.
Yeah,
there's no other categories like that except for the kidneys.
Yeah.
So if you're black, you're going to be.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It bumps it like 10 or 15 to 20 points higher for a black person. So they're like,
not good.
They get better. You know, you have better levels. It's just really crazy. So, you know, maybe if you're black, you're genetically gifted to a certain extent. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is to certain things. I mean, because
I don't know what it is.
I don't know why that is.
Yeah. Who knows? Actually, you know what? That'd be. I'm going to research that tonight.
Research it.
Figure out what it is, because I always hear that. Actually, John was the first person to put me on that when I first came to Titan years back. And I was like, you know, I was like, wow.
Look at your
a little
blood
bit
test.
different. Now it's like, I know, you know, all the black bodybuilders, we all know that ours is different and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But,
it's really crazy.
Weird.
What up? Shaped by Sarah. We got to get her in for her signing next week. She's going to be a future Titanette for sure. I am Rizzy. What's going on? All right. So, next one. Early treatment could tame peanut allergies in small kids. And before we get into that, we were talking about the immunity faction last time, right? Just before this. And you were talking about how, you know, basically more people are aware of not getting sick and germs and all this, right? But don't we think it's a disservice to kids to a certain extent, and them wearing masks or them sanitize all the time? Kids always go out and get dirty. They collect a whole bunch of germs, and this is what builds their immune system.
Yes, that makes us a good point.
Right,
That's why you don't see kids overseas. I've seen kids in third world countries on TV. Excuse me. They could drink out of a puddle on the ground.
This is true.
And they don't get sick.
This is true. And we drink
Google it. You'll see it.
We're getting all kinds
Some
of
these
diseases.
really, really bad countries. There'll be a muddy puddle.
Yep.
Not like a clear one that looks like stream water. No, a muddy puddle and like dirt, and they'll literally go over and start sipping out of it, almost like a dog would. They don't get sick.
Yep.
If I smelt that water, I'd be in bed for 3 weeks. Like, it's crazy.
You are
so you have a good point.
You're a product of your environment, and we know this. Kids need that to build their immune system. And this goes right along with what we're talking about, and that's the reason I brought it back up. Because peanut allergies and all these kids nowadays are having all these different allergies to things that they've never had allergies before, guys. And this is because they're not getting introduced to this to a certain extent. Now, if you come right out of the womb and they can automatically say that you have a peanut allergy, that's one thing. But if you're not getting some of these things in your diet, your body's not coming to a custom or getting interacted with, this is the problem that's going to be going forth. So we'll go into this one. So I'm sorry, I apologize.
No, that's a good point too. It's a real good point, because it's perfect to go with this subject. A lot of these kids now they're doing these testings where they'll give younger kids protein peanut powder, basically peanut butter, but it's just powdered form. And they give it to them, you know, to monitor it, to basically just like what you said, to make them become non-peanut allergic. Now, if they never gave these kids that stuff, they would grow up thinking, I can't have peanuts, I can't have peanuts. They have to look at labels, contains soy, it contains milk, peanuts, and it'll literally not ruin, but it alters their whole life.
That's like, what, 75% of the things? Like, you say made in a factory that has peanuts, this, that.
And now they put it in bold letter, contains milk, soy, or peanuts. Like, it's bold. So, I mean, if this could be corrected early, like what they're doing, I mean, that's a game changer for. I know a few people with peanut allergies, and it's like,
you got to introduce this stuff, guys.
Yeah. Not only that, peanut butter is good. Peanuts are good.
Yeah, protein. I mean, come on. This is good for good cholesterol.
It's a healthy fat. Almonds, cashews, walnuts. It's all good for you. So it's not. it's not like they're allergic to, McDonald's or something that's going to like slowly kill you.
Yeah, people go and feed kids McDonald's, but they're worried about feeding them some good food. I mean,
Actually, shout out to Booty God Dimitri. He's another Titan guy.
Yeah,
he put a post on his story that said, "Women will eat McDonald's, Cheetos, Hot Pockets, macaroni and cheese soda, but then for their hair, they'll get organic."
Yep.
They'll get organic and, all this all natural tea tree. So they're taking more careful of their hair than their body. So shout out to Dimitri for that post.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
didn't think of that. Dimitri put it up. So I'll give him credit for it.
It's so true. Big shout out to Booty God. So peanut allergies are very interesting. Some kids actually do outgrow the allergies. They do. But the problem is that the parents get so crazed about it or so crazed about it before the kid even comes along that they're not doing it, kid's not going to do it, and they never get the introduction to it, and they're like, oh, well, he has an allergy to it.
Yeah, like, oh, he's gluten-free, he can't have gluten.
Like, dude.
He can't have peanuts, he can't have lactose. He has a attention problem, so he's prescribed this medication and these kids are like zombies.
Oh, man. I mean, listen, guys, these kids are getting prescribed more medications, especially now the pandemic came into play, than ever.
Yeah.
Than ever.
I had a client that had friends that went to, I'm not going to mention the school, but he had friends that had kids that go to basically one of the nicer high schools in the Central Florida area. It's a private school. It's expensive to go there. He basically said that literally like 75% of the kids that go there were prescribed Adderall.
Yeah.
He said when you go into the school, they would tell you.
Yeah.
Like you go in to start the school, and they would I don't know if it was a guidance counselor, a teacher, whatever, but they would basically tell you, okay, let's try this and blah blah blah. Yeah. So it's like they're pushing Adderall when kids are going in there, and they think that they need it.
No, for sure.
So I mean, the test scores are great and this and that, but it's like they're going into something where you can't have this, you have to take this, and it's just. I mean, who's naturally smart anymore? Who naturally has a good attention span anymore?
I mean, so it's a good point to that, and a lot of these guidance counselors might say, oh, they need Adderall, right?
I couldn't believe
it. All the kids are
taking
or whatever hell it is now. So because there's new medications coming out with this, because it's such a big money maker. Yeah. Pharmaceutical companies know this, guys. And here's the other fact to that: there's no blood test that can say you have this or don't have this. It's a test. Right? Yeah. It's a written out test. So if they answer certain questions right, they need the medication. If they don't answer certain questions right, they don't need the medication. Yeah. If you're an adult and you know what those answers are, boom, 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 you need the medication. It's that easy.
And they're probably coaching these kids what to say. And it just scrolls. The kids are like, it's just like, if you take a test, take a science class, and so everyone has to take, what was this answer? What was this answer? They're going to like, makes you answer this. Basically study for the test so you can get your Adderall.
So you can get crazy. I mean, we'll talk about some of these things out there, though. Basically, it is really sad, right? It's really sad, and it's a big thing. Big pharma is the only industry the government doesn't screw with because the lobbyists out there, they're paying them so much money, guys. It is what it is, but it's a problem, man. Even when I went in to take Peter in for his appointment for like his checkup and his vaccinations for his regular shots, right? Because I do believe in some vaccinations out there. There are some things, like polio and all these different things that we know it works, and you're not going to get polio if you take it. But, at that point, they were like, listen, he needs to fill this out. I'm like, okay, well, I'll fill it out. I'm his parent. No, he needs to fill it out. I'm like, what the hell are you guys doing? This is before the doctor comes in. I didn't say anything about Peter's concentration levels. Nothing, right? She leaves the room. Let me see that thing. I'm like, oh. There's two reasons they gave him that test. Let me tell you guys why. So you guys know the behind the scenes of things.
Get your popcorn ready.
Right? All right, so the first one is every time they hand you that and you fill it out, they bill your insurance. Okay? It's an added it's like, you go in a store like getting gas and they want you to buy some stuff at behind the counter, like some candy or drinks and stuff like that, because that's where they make the money. Yeah. Boom, it's added on top. Right? Automatic. They automatically get billed. Boom, it's done. So that's one thing. The next thing is that, they can prescribe these medications. They can come back and see them every single month or every couple months and get this prescription. So it's another way to generate more money. So guys, I'm not saying that some people don't need those medications, because they do. They do. There's some people out there that legitimately need it. But all these people that are getting it, and a lot of people are getting it for the wrong reasons, especially adults. Adults want it because they're going to lose weight.
Yeah, or they could stay up all night, or even in the
Yeah.
fitness industry. I see a lot of bodybuilders and fitness people taking it because, I can be in the gym all day and I barely eat. That's not a good thing.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in the gym all day and not eating.
And honestly, guys, it's more accessible than ever. So let me tell you about this. I hate even giving you guys this guidance, but it's out there everywhere. So you can get it online. We don't do it 100%. We're not doing that. But there are clinics online. You just call them up, boom, boom, boom. You got Adderall sent to you every month, man. It is what it is. So it's more of a, it's crazy. A psychiatric drug or psychologists, they can from anywhere they can prescribe this medication. It's really, really crazy.
And once you're on that stuff, I mean, I'm never taking Adderall, but once you're, just from what people I've seen, friends, associates, people that are working in sales are always having to like talk and think all day long. Like once they start it, they're like done. Like they have to have it.
And that's the thing.
Because think about it, you go to work, you get all these sales, you're dealing with people and blah, 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 I feel great. The next day you don't take your medication. It's kind of like, if you go to the gym with no Hercules, you're kind of like, whatever.
Burnt out.
Yeah.
You get burnt out, man.
Yeah, so then they're like, I need it. And then they're like, well, then you're screwed.
And here's the other thing about it, and this is a fact, okay? So you can look at it, and there's plenty of doctors that will vouch for this. At that point, what it does is it helps you focus. So yeah, it will help people focus in on things. It might give them a little bit more energy because it's like methamphetamine. It's right on there, Rob. But at that point, it's kind of like meth, and you're going to get more jittery probably until you get a tolerance to it. But focusing on things, everything else outside of what you're focused on, you don't really care about or don't really see. So the example I give you is this: when you look at a picture. You look at the picture and you see all the different details in the picture, right? You see the trees in the background, you see the sun, you see the people, the car, whatever's there. If you're on Adderall and you're focusing,
tunnel vision.
That's it. It's tunnel vision, which is good to a certain extent, but it's not good for a kid because they should be taking in everything around them and looking at everything.
Kid taker would sit there and stare at his phone like it's
You're,
bad enough they have tunnel vision on the phone, maybe.
Yeah, it's really, really crazy. So. It will mess up your heart too, so there's certain different things that you want to look at with this. It will burn you out for sure, 100%. There's way better things out there that you can take that we're going to give you ultimate focus, like NAD injections. I mean, that's going to focus you in. They got nasal sprays for it now. I mean, Teresa's been taking that.
Or even some Serenity. You get better sleep, you'd be surprised how much you can focus.
For sure.
If you're not sleeping all night, you're going a mile a minute and taking all kinds of caffeine and stuff throughout the day, then not sleeping at night, then the next day you're not really going to be able to focus. I got some good sleep the other night, and I had it was crazy. Like I keep saying, it was crazy. Sleep, I can't sleep. Just sleep.
It's awesome. And when you have a great night's sleep and you wake up refreshed, there's nothing like that feeling. You're like, you don't feel tired. You're like, man, I got to get going here.
And I've never seen it this many people that don't sleep.
I know.
Like it used to be like 10 years ago. Every once in a while I hear some autumn. Now it's like who sleeps anymore?
Right.
Like who actually goes to sleep at a decent time and wakes up and does their whole 8 hours? Who even does it anymore? I know like maybe like 4 or 5 people that I know, like that I talk to on a regular basis, like pretty much everyone's like the same. I do 5-6 hours, 5-6 hours. Like what?
It's
true.
And
I think it's because all this caffeine floating around. You can get caffeine at the gas station, caffeine at the store. You go in the pub. It's like everywhere they see energy drinks, caffeine. Me or John, we read labels. We're just that type. A lot of people don't even read labels.
They don't care.
They just think energy. They don't realize it's 300 milligrams of caffeine.
And that's the thing.
It's not a cup of coffee. It's like 6 cups of coffee.
It's true. Some people have underlying issues. There might be hormone deficiencies or whatever. That whether they're tired and they're not getting vitamin deficiencies, another big thing.
Tight complete.
Tight and complete. And we're talking about but some people might need hormone replacement or whatever to boost those levels, like testosterone. But everybody looks to energy drinks or pre-workouts or whatever it is, and there's a lot of stimulants in there that are going to get you way overstimulated what it is. Even with our ECA Stack Plus, listen, I love it, right? But still, caffeine by definition is a drug. Okay, so you want to make sure that you.
Yeah, it's the most.
You know that, right?
It's the biggest drug in the whole world, as a whole. The whole world.
It will never be outlawed because everybody uses it, right?
It's coffee.
Yeah.
I mean, it's natural too.
It's a
natural green, whether it's coffee or even teas. Black tea is a natural, and that's had a lot of coffee. Irishman's on there saying that he was on when he was a child. They tried to get him on all kinds of stuff, this and that. So it's like, and this is someone that this isn't recent. This is even back in the day. It's been going on. So
pills for ADHD anger, sleep, anxiety. Had 2
He
more.
said maybe that's why I tattooed my face. Nah, man. You're good with the tattoos.
That's all right, man. You're beautiful either way.
I couldn't picture Irishman without tattoos.
Right?
Actually, you know what, Irishman? Shoot me a picture on my DM what you look like before tattoos. I probably won't even recognize you.
So I've seen him because he put his transformation pictures up.
Yeah.
So he's gotten more over time, right?
I want to see it. Yeah.
So I've seen the ones, but he was, a lot thinner than what he is now. And he's obviously a lot bigger than what he is now back then.
Better.
Way better. So big shout out to you for doing this. But I've definitely seen. So it was less tattoos, and then it's got more. Which, hey, listen, man, that's your thing, dude. That's fine, man. Like,
we don't care about that over
I
here.
hate people out there.
Good people.
We were talking about yesterday. We were looking at one of the ads, and we have Stephen Moran. So this guy's a combat vet, right, with a TBI, traumatic brain injury. All sorts of depression issues, all sorts of other issues, health issues. When he came to Titan, we got him onto programs, turned everything completely around. So he did a testimonial for us, which was awesome, right? This guy's a combat veteran, okay? And at that point, when we put up this advertisement, we got to look at some of the different comments, because I don't get to go on there and look at every comments on every ad that I put up. I just don't have time. I wish I did, and I should respond to every single one, or probably delete some of them, but I let people just go with it. When we started looking at some of these comments, it was terrible how people think that they're these little keyboard gangsters and they're writing all this garbage about this person, who they've not been in his in his shoes, so he had no idea. They're not combat veterans, which we should be thanking him for his service right off the bat. That should be the first thing you should say. Who cares if he has tattoos, doesn't have tattoos? It is what it is. You never judge a book by its cover. I mean, that's a big one. Even when I first started doing Titan, right? My first couple of years, I dressed the part. I dressed up real nice every time because I had to meet people and I wanted this image. But you know what? After that, I was like, listen, I'm going to dress down in my jersey, my pants, and I'm going to go to meet people. Because if they don't like me like this, then they have no idea what I'm going to do or how much money I have at that point. Then those are my business.
Good people are good. Never judge a book, man. I get it a lot too because of my size. I don't know if it's the beard or the I got a few tattoos too, but you can't judge a book by its cover. I get it all the time in my building. I get in the elevator. People that haven't seen me before, they're kind of like, oh shit.
I mean, Drew is kind of scary.
They're like, I see like a little 5 foot nothing woman that's like 100 nothing pounds walking her dog that's like this big on my elevator. And they get on the elevator, they see me, and they're like, so I kind of like lighten them up. I kind of like, oh, hey, how you doing? Oh, she's friendly. You talk to the dog and make them feel, but good people are everywhere, guys. You can't judge a book by its cover at all. At all. Those days are over, man. Even tattoos back in the day, it was like, oh, if you're a tattoo, you're hardcore, this and that. Now it's rare if you don't have a tattoo. So if I see someone without tattoos, I'm like, man, that's rare.
That's a good thing too, man. You don't want to tat your body. Hey, listen, that's all power to you, man. If you want to do tats, all power to you. It's your body, right? It's your temple. You do whatever you want with it, and
as long as you're doing it the right way, you're not in someone's backyard with dirty needles and all that stuff. Get all the tattoos you want.
That's true.
Yeah.
Vroom, vroom, baby. What's going on? Big shout out to everybody that's joined us for this awesome Titan Lifestyle Big Drew. We only got a couple minutes left because they're going to shut us down on time. We always usually go an hour, so this is our hour's almost up. It goes so fast with you guys all here. So we appreciate all you guys joining in, commenting with us every week. And listening to us talk, man, because that's what we're doing. We're just here just talking like regular guys and want to include you guys on the conversation. And also, guys, want to educate you guys on what Titan Medical Center does and all that good stuff.
And also, too, if you guys have questions you can't get to, send me a message in my DM. If you have my phone number, you can text me. If you have my email, you can email me. We can always ask. I'm always willing to answer more questions offline, too.
Absolutely.
Offline,
Absolutely.
off the air.
Big Drew's really, really good about that. And so am I, man. So I try to answer as many questions as possible. And I'm always answering the one on the Instagram. So just type in Instagram. You're going to get me or maybe Sharice. And at that point, we're going to answer all your questions live, all right? Okay, so this weekend, Sunday, Festival of Speed, St. Petersburg, Florida, Vinoy Park. Once again, we're there.
Oh, yeah.
Tao sponsoring up. We're going to be there in a big presentation like usual. We'll have Titan Vet out there. Titan Lambo's going to be out there. And me, Big Drew, the Titanettes are going to be out there. Sharice is emceeing this year.
Oh, nice.
Taking over the mic for the whole thing, dude.
Oh, nice.
They wanted Sharice to do it,
That's going to be nice.
And you know what? They should be paying Sharice for that, for sure, 100%. But you know what? We're all about helping our partners out, too, as well. And we just want to make it a great event for everybody.
That's big. Yeah, that's good. I didn't know she was doing that.
She's emceeing this thing this year. Yeah, she's going to be doing it.
You guys better be nice to her. She has a microphone. She can call you out.
She'll call you out.
Yeah, she'll call you out.
I always call I'm telling everybody, I'm like, listen, my wife's she's she's the wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah.
Because you run up on her and you think you got this nice little cute little girl, nice little smile, and it's gonna be all passive and shit.
Yeah,
and she'll come out and bite your ass, dude.
Yeah.
She'll bite you before I would.
Yeah.
Right? I'm usually like, you know, I'll defend Sharice to a certain extent, but like I don't have to, this is why one of the reasons I married Sharice. Is because, you know what, man, I know I could leave her like by herself, and she'll tell people to get the hell away from her.
That's the perfect ones to have. You never have to worry about it.
You don't have to worry about
it. We've been in some places where you can see, I love it. Like if we're out to eat and they mess up an order, me and John are just like, we just sit back like, we're just like, okay, let's just, we sit back and let her handle it. It's great. She's like, yeah, this is the wrong one. Get it out of here. But all right, let's go.
Like if me and Drew did that, they'd be like, oh, this jerk, or all these steroid guys, and
they'd be like this big black guy with looking like Kimbo Slice. Thought he was.
But dude, I tell you, man, because I've been with Sharice all over the world, obviously, and it's going on 15 years now. You know, and she's always been like this, and she's actually calmed down quite a bit. But she does that, right? She'll do what she does, and people love her for it.
And people that don't know Sharice outside of the videos or outside of what they hear, this and that, they may see her personality like that and think she's mean or whatever. Yeah. She's just brutally honest, which is a good thing.
She's honest, man.
And you know, she helps a lot of people, guys. Really good, genuine person. Her and John both are really good, genuine people. So regardless of, you know, how someone talks or how someone looks, look at what the sole purpose is. Look at what they're trying to get out of it.
Actions always speak louder than words, guys.
Exactly.
Be sure to sign up for the Tight mailing list. I appreciate it, Christian Squat. So at that point, what you guys need to do is just text 22828 Tight Medical, and at that point you'll get on it, or you guys can go to our social medias and get right on the list from there. Even on, like, if you're on Facebook, Instagram, you can't click on the links on there. It should be in our link tree. If you are on Instagram, you go right up to the top in the bio, and there should be the link tree ad right there. You'll be able to click on that and go to our mailing list and see all of our other social media platforms too as well. So it's real simple and real easy to do. All right, so so we're gonna give away some tickets. So at this point, if you guys are in the area, listen, I'll take the first 5 people, 10 people. You know, I got 30 tickets to give away. I'll do all 30 if I have 30 responses. Just text the line, 727-389-3220. If you're in the area this weekend, you got a free ticket to Festival of Speed, which I think they're charging like 50 or 30 or 50 bucks, somewhere around there.
It's worth it, guys. You're gonna see cars you'll never see in person.
It'll be a beautiful day out. It won't be too hot out. The sun will be out. We're gonna be there. Come get it. If you go in, we'll give you a free T-shirt with us. Obviously, hang out with us, talk to us a little bit, and then get to see all the beautiful rides out there. And it really is a great, great show. It's not like one of these little rinky-dink car shows where you see in a parking lot. It's through all Vinoy Park, and man, there's some badass rides.
I want the muscle cars. I want to see who got the baddest Hellcat. Hellcat is my favorite car. So I want to see who has the baddest Hellcat out there.
So it's going to be good, guys. It'll definitely be good. So if you're in the area or you want to be, just give us a text, 727-389-3220. We'll have some digital tickets for you guys. We'll just send to you guys, and you guys can come in the show and enjoy things. Next weekend, Gasparilla, Saturday, January 29th. Dude. We're going to be giving a giveaway for two VIP tickets for that, too, as well. So you'll be right in the midst of things in Gasparilla at the VIP tent at 93.3's tent.
Yeah, they got food and everything in that tent.
Full VIP spread, dude.
Free drinks.
Free drinks,
food, and you're out of the sunlight. Get away from the people for a little, hang out.
My good friend Brian Fink will be the MC of that tent, and he's a great guy. I've known this guy for, 20-something years plus now. We were in the studio, if you guys seen the video on there, we were doing the radio ads, and he's always in there and doing it with us at iHeartMedia. And basically, it's just crazy because we were talking about, how we used to like run these nightclubs like back in the day, like right before Titan started.
Yeah.
We were talking about the Kennedy because he used to be in there with Jamie Ferreira and him. And it was nuts because we used to have so many good times, and we were just reminiscing about that. So it's good. It's definitely good to look back some of those things.
It's crazy. There's 300,000 people, guys. If you don't know what Gasparilla is, they said upwards of 300,000 people are going to be jam-packed all through the streets of Tampa. So
I believe it.
It is crazy.
Yeah, we're going to be out there representing, throwing beads out to everybody, spreading the good word of Tight Medical Center, and at that point, we're going to be on that thing. It's going to be awesome. We have walkers. We're going to have us on the float, and we're taking over the 93.3 float once again. So, guys, join us this weekend, next weekend. We appreciate all you guys. The 60-day Titan Transformation Challenge is going. Big shout out to everybody that's in that. I'm proud of all you guys. We're looking at all you guys' efforts.
A lot of good ones. It's going to be a hard pick. A lot of good ones.
It is. So the council is going to be me, Drew. We're going to have 2 other girls that are going to be judging this too as well to see who wins those. 1 male, 1 female is going to win 6 months of free therapies, whether it's HRT, whether it's Hercules Potion, whatever it is, up to $375 a month in free therapies from Titan Medical Center. Free consultations, no strings attached. You guys are in it to win it. We're behind you 100%, and we're wishing you all a lot of luck. All right, guys, we'll see you next week for another Titan Lifestyle with Big Drew.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. Make sure you guys check us out on YouTube. Hit the bell so we'll notify the videos. Check us out on the podcast. Just type in podcast if you have an Android phone. If you have an iPhone, just go to the podcast logo. You can listen to all of our past shows.
Yep.
And make sure you follow us on Instagram, too.
That's right.
Follow
Instagram,
me, follow
Facebook,
John, follow
Twitter, TikTok, all those good things we're on. And TikTok's I've been putting some different content on there, so it's like more young, I guess. It's up here.
Yeah, I don't have TikTok, but I might get it though.
Drew's gonna start dancing on TikTok for us.
I'm gonna start dancing in the morning while I'm making my shakes. Making my shakes in the morning.
All right, Dominic, Dan, good job, guys. We'll see you guys next week. Tight.